Midnight Rider. Hey man, welcome back to the Dutch and Denver podcast. I'm Dutch. I am in and around Denver, and we're doing a podcast tonight. Felt froggy, so here it is. I feel like the last one got a little off the rails. Ooh, I just remembered something. I felt like the last one got a little off the rails, so we're doing another one. I don't know if the other one got posted yet. Probably not. But this one will definitely maybe get posted. I don't know, man. I told everyone to show up because we got like 3 things to talk about, and then hopefully my loyal listeners show up and take it off the rails, but we'll see. Trying the new microphone setup. Like we're trying up instead of down from the top. It's in my peripheral, but y'all can't see it, so it still feels okay. What the fuck? I don't know, man. Maybe. See how much that fucking moves? Oh. Yeah, but how do I get that to sit right? Give me some of this. Fuck. I probably should have figured this all out before podcast time, but I didn't because I'm not a professional. I'm a semi-professional amateur podcaster. Yeah. So like there, it's great, but all right, whatever, man. Can we turn this? No. Can't do anything about it? All right, whatever. Figure it out. We'll set it right there. And it'll stand and be great. I promise. Perfect. Yeah, I think that's perfect right there. Okay. Far away, man. It's going to be a lot of sports, and that's about it. And then whatever the fuck you guys want to talk about. Some Christmas shit, too. Obviously, going to do Christmas stuff. This might be the Christmas podcast because I got a birthday coming up. We got Christmas coming up. I don't know if I'll have time to do this. Maybe we should have a whole family, like a Dutch and Denver family fucking podcast. All right. If it gets weird, I apologize in fucking advance. But let's talk about the Denver Broncos. Uh Last Sunday we played the Colts, and the first half of the game we did not show up. Second half we showed up. I'm actually drinking the Kool-Aid now, and I'm somewhat optimistic that we can maybe a little too loud. We can maybe win the Super Bowl. Don't hate me for this, but I'm thinking maybe. We gotta win out, and then I'll feel much better about it. But despite Bo Nix having 3 interceptions, we still won, which is, pretty good. The other team, yeah, had 5 turnovers, but fuck them. Select screen. What's the studio thing going on here? Refresh. Yeah, this one, you fucking retard. Okay. So, yeah, we had 3 turnovers. They had 5. We ended up kind of kicking their asses, which I'm not going to say. I mean, I loved it. It was great. I am, man, I don't know. I'm still so worried about our whole defense, Bo Nix or everything. But hey, man, you never know. Like stranger things have happened. Like we can beat Kansas City if the refs don't fuck us, which I'm not sure they won't. But I don't know, man. It's a pretty good story. Rookie quarterback, Denver Broncos, new ownership, Super Bowl. It's not out of the realm of possibility. So I'm all in now. So I'm going to be extra pissed off if they don't perform adequately how I expect them to. Let's see what else. Yeah, it's just I mean, good second half, great second half. If we beat the Chargers on Thursday, tomorrow, I will have a ton more confidence. Like a lot more. Like I'll be all in. I mean, I'm 90% there. But cuz I think we can beat the Chiefs. I don't think we can beat Buffalo. But I'm hoping somebody else beats Buffalo, knocks them out, and then we're smooth sailing. I think we'd beat anyone in the NFC. Maybe not the Lions, but I think we can do that too. So I have a whole new outlook. It might be the booze talking, but I'm ready, buddy. I am all in on the Donkeys if they beat the Chargers. If they don't, then I'm back to hating them. The Avs played that night too. Man, the Avs are a different team. We got rid of all the shitty goalies and we got some good ones, and now no one can score. And I know they gave up some goals, but I don't blame them for that. I blame the Avalanche because they're not Avalanche yet. They'll be Avs soon, but they're not Avs yet. All right, little college football. USC, everyone is leaving, is jumping shit, man. The transfer portal, all of our recruits are leaving. It's not great. We're not getting any new ones. I blame Lincoln Riley. I think we should fire him. We won't because we're not smart, and that's the way that that's going to work. The Branch brothers are out of here, which a lot of people are like, "Hey, man, you know they were 5-star recruits, but they didn't perform like 5-star recruits." I'm not sure that we gave them the chance to do that, so I think we're going to be fucked. We could talk transfer portal. Dude, I don't know how some of these teams are going to play bowl games. Honestly, there are so many kids leaving these programs. And I guess once you decide to enter the transfer portal, you don't play. So the Branch brothers are not going to play in the bowl for us. The guys leaving CU are not going to play in the Alamo Bowl. They're just going to sit out. So a lot of these teams, I don't know how they're going to I don't know how they're going to field a team to play in the bowl. Now, the other side of the coin is that the other team has had a whole bunch of people leave too. So I'm not sure how they're going to field a program. I feel like all the bowl games outside the playoffs are just going to be shit. Um, I don't know how to fix it instead of don't open the portal so soon. You know, I mean, that might fix it. I don't know, dude. It's weird. And then the college football playoffs start on Friday. There's another important day on Friday. If you don't know what that is, you're not a loyal listener, and I hate you. The playoff breakdown, we did that last podcast, so just listen to that part of it. And if I knew what I was doing, I could splice it in there, but I don't. So you guys got to listen to both of them. One's a mess. Hopefully, this one is less of a mess. But I have asked Felipe and Pika and Sammy G and all my Discord friends join in because I'm gonna need help because this isn't gonna be a long one. Well, it might be long. I just don't have a lot of topics to talk about, so we might go down a rabbit hole. Um, but who knows? All right, so yeah, college football playoffs. We went over that last time. The transfer portal is fucking all the teams. I think they're fucking USC a little bit more. That's because we still have Lincoln Riley. If we would have fired that fuck, we would have been better off. One more sports thing just to get it going or to finish it off. I don't know. All right, man. So Time Magazine said that Caitlin Clark was either the athlete of the year or the female athlete of the year. It doesn't really matter. If athlete of the year would be the dumbest thing in the world because, again, no one's watching women's sports like they're telling you people are. If people were watching the WNBA, it wouldn't need to be subsidized by the NBA, which it is 100%. The NBA, the WNBA makes zero money. They cost money, and the NBA has to subsidize it. But that's not my problem. I'm all for women's sports. I think women should play sports. I think that they should play all the sports they want. I don't think they should play sports with men. They don't, because there's no woman who's been like, I think I'm a dude. I'm gonna try and go play in the NBA or the NFL or the MLB or the NHL or anything like that. We've had a couple cuckold bitch dudes that are like, I think I'm a woman. I'm gonna go play with women. I don't think that should happen. But I do think we should have men and women's sports. I don't think I have to watch women's sports though. If you guys want to have your league and play it, great. I don't think I should be forced to watch it. ABC, CBS, ESPN, all you nerds who put the WNBA on your programming, no one actually watches that, man. I'm sorry. It's just not a good product. I'm not saying women's sports are not as good as men's sports. I'm sorry, they're not. Tennis, maybe. The rest of them are not. Nobody wants to watch that. And you can lie all you want and be like, oh, people love the WNBA. No, they fucking don't. No one does. Even the pro athletes that are there either are dating one of the girls and they have to be there, or someone's paid them. It's not a good product. But that's not the point. The point is that Caitlin Clark got up there and said, hey man, yeah, I'm Time Player of the Year, whatever dumbass crap that was. And then she was like, um, also, I'm not the reason the WNBA is famous. It's all the black players because I was born white and I have white privilege. Again, I've asked this question 100 times and no one's ever been able to give me an answer. If you're black or white, what privilege does a white WNBA player have over a black one? Hey, Pika. Pika's here. Pika, you have to hang out for the sports for a little bit because we're going to talk Christmas traditions and Christmas stuff. And I'd love to get your input because I know it's going to infuriate me based upon your questions of your recent Christmas purchases. But yeah, man, like she was like, you know, you should give more credit to the black players and all that and blah 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 because they made it and da 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 da. First of all, the only people that watch the WNBA currently are because they're watching you. And I mean, fuck the other ones. The other ones, Angela Reese's eyes are so far apart. She looks like that idiot from Ice Age, the little marmoset or whatever his name is. We're not watching for her. She said some of the dumbest crap in the world and is terrible at fucking basketball. She's got 100 rebounds a night because Sid, thank you, Pika. Sid. Angela Reese looks like Sid. And that's not a race thing. Her eyes are far apart. She'd be white and her eyes are far apart. But no one's watching for her. She sucks, man. Yeah, she has 100 rebounds a night because she's missed 100 shots and gets her own rebounds. But for Caitlin Clark to bow down to the woke mob and be like, hey, you should watch more black influencers because they've made it what it. No. And you know what I mean? White privilege, especially in fucking basketball. Okay? You're outnumbered like 100 to 1. Even in the NBA, there's not a lot of white dudes running around in the NBA. So you don't have any white privilege in the WNBA or the NBA. Fuck, you don't even have white privilege in professional sports unless it's hockey. A lot of white dudes in hockey. There are there's white dudes in football, but there's a lot of black dudes. All the receivers, running backs, D linemen. There's some white guys, but yeah, the NFL. I would say there's more black dudes, but there's not as many more as like the NBA. Like a white guy in the NBA is a rarity. We got Joker, yeah, Christian Braun. Name another one. Baseball, fuck man, a lot of black guys, a lot of Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, South Americans, Central America. I mean, the white guys are getting run over. Don't talk to me about privilege in sports, you fucking idiot. You Jack Hughes, yeah, but that's hockey. Hockey was a bad example because there's a ton of white guys in hockey. Like the Avs, okay, the Avs traded Gorgiev to the Sharks, and we got Blackwood and the blackest dude that's ever played hockey. And I don't mean this racist or anything like that. The guy is just very dark skinned. And he's wearing like a white jersey, a white helmet with a white mouth guard. Looks hilarious. Again, nothing against him. He's not a good hockey player. He's an skater. I don't know why we picked him up. I mean, hockey's a frozen sport. There's not a lot of black guys living in fucking Canada or Norway or Sweden or Finland. It's just the way that it works. There's not a lot of black downhill skiers. That's not what they're into. That's not their sport. There's a lot of white guys and white chicks doing that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just like that's the people that are good at skiing are the ones that live in cold fucking places in the mountains. Not a lot of black people there. You know, I mean, you don't see a white guy winning a marathon. It's a black guy where it's warm and he's got to run from town to town to get water or food or who fucking knows, man. But they're better at warm weather sports. We're better at cold weather. There's nothing to be ashamed about that. And especially if you're in a professional league, the color of your skin does not fucking matter. It's all about ability. So, Caitlin Clark, fuck you for bending the knee to the woke mom. I hate the WNBA even more now. Congratulations. You suck. Okay. This is where I needed my viewers, and Phil hasn't shown up yet. Pika's here. But since it's the holidays, and it's Christmas time, yes, it's Christmas time. I celebrate Christmas, okay? If you celebrate something else, it's Hanukkah time for you. Well, it's not though. Hanukkah's late this year, actually, I think. Hanukkah starts like fucking after Christmas, I believe. Yeah. Hanukkah starts the day after Christmas. Okay. But, oh, guys, we have to stop everything right now. For the first time ever on this podcast, live, we have Mrs. Goose. And if you guys don't know who Mrs. Goose is, she's the wife of Mr. Goose. And they're two Aussies that are batshit fucking crazy. Like, I love these people dearly. I would, if they needed something, I would help them. But they are insane. What they do to pizza and food, and I mean, kangaroos, it's nuts. But finally, Mrs. Goose is here, and I that touches my heart. That I'm assuming is my birthday present because I probably won't get anything else from them. But that means the world to me. Arthur Morgan. All right, wait a minute. I won't lie. You look like Arthur Morgan right now. Yeah, Carolyn, I know you're. Or, sorry, Mrs. Goose. Well, I already said it. Your name's in there. You're Carolyn. Mrs. Goose, I would change my name to not your actual fucking name. I mean, no one's gonna hunt you down. She lives in the backwoods of Sydney, Australia. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Okay, who the fuck is Arthur Morgan? VA. Help me out here, Pika. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? You look like Arthur Morgan's VA. Oh, Arthur Morgan's voice actor. Okay, can you find his name so I can Google that and we can talk about it? Yeah, I get Red Dead, but who is Arthur Morgan's voice actor? Give me a name so I can Google it and then we can decide whether you and I are still friends. Which we're actually, right now, you and I are kind of on the outs. I'm super unhappy that you wanted to get a fucking a scarf of that blue haired fuck. But why have you guys? Let's talk Christmas traditions. And the woman I listened to on talk radio during the day, Mandy, brought up Christmas traditions, and we had a discussion. All right, I'm looking it up now. About whether to continue them or not. Okay, I'm not. I mean, I'm not opposed to that. Well, actually, let's ask the women in this group. Is Earth or is Roger Clark a good looking feller or a not good looking feller? Okay, so as your Christmas traditions go, at what point do you stop doing them? And some of the arguments were, if they're like super inconvenient and no one likes them anymore, which I guess if everyone doesn't like him anymore, great. But what if everyone hates him except for one person and they're the patriarch of the family? Because I'll be honest with you guys. For the 38th year in a row, okay, Pika, we'll get to cookies in a minute. For the 38th year in a row, we went to go cut down a Christmas tree as a family again this year. And it wasn't terrible, but I almost died. Just because there was tons of snow on the ground, but it was warm. So like you gotta wear snow pants. But I'm in like a tank top because it's 45 degrees and I'm literally dying. It's so fucking hot out. And my dad wanted to do it. Mom, everybody else didn't want to. But we did anyway. And we've done it for, I mean, I've done it for 38 years. Okay. This is like when I was a newborn baby, they took me on this stuff. And they might have done it. Yes, Pika, he is. And that was the whole point. We had a fat drunk guy, yours truly, with an 80-year-old nan, my mother, who she's in better shape than probably any of you, and then other family members. But it just, I mean, it's nice to have a fresh tree. I will give you that. It smells way different from any tree you buy at a lot or anything like that. Like the whole upstairs smells like pine, and we actually got a good one this year. Like it's relatively full for a natural in the woods tree, but you also have to cut it down by hand. Like you can't bring a chainsaw. You bring a bow saw and get after it. I'm like, yeah, no problem. Big problem, man. Again, we're talking like thigh high snow. Cutting this tree down, dragging it back to the car that we've driven. I've driven the truck way back into the woods. We may not get out. We may, you know, we're full of the worst biscuits and gravy in the world. And then we get this thing, you got to strap it down. And we got like an hour and a half, 2 hour drive back home with this thing in a trailer that it's highway. So we've got to cover this tree with a tarp. I didn't bring the necessary stuff for that. So you got the tarp flapping around, got to stop and tie it down again. Because you have to cover it with tarp because you go that fast, the needle's going to dry out, the tree's going to be fucked up, and it's not going to be worth it. But you also want it covered up so you don't get a bunch of, because there's snow all over the ground and slush. So you don't want the tree to be dirty because you can't wash it off with soap and water. That'll kill it too. It's a thing. And like this year, luckily, you know, the tree was light enough that two of us could carry it in, set it in the stand, and call it a day. But there's been years in the past where, like, we've cut the tree in the yard too short and had to glue it together. Yeah, we've had to nail the tree and the stand to the floor so it didn't fall over. Um, we've had to wire in branches, with like florist wires, so the tree was a little fuller. We've had to wire it to the wall, like you wire the middle of the tree, and then you bring the wire to the back of the wall and you nail it into the wall so it doesn't fall over. We've had ones where you got near it, 1,000 pine needles fell down. I mean, it's been a mess, but it's tradition. I think it's good to just keep. We should real tree this year because it's fun to go out and find one. Okay, so but Pika, how much is the tree at the farm? Because that's the other thing. A tree that we go cut down on our own is a maximum of $20. Depending on where you go, the permit is $20. It could be 10 or it could be 5, but where we go, it's 20. Now, for the same size tree at a farm or a lot is north of $500. Is it worth it? I don't know. I mean, no one died this year, so I guess we'll call it a win. But that'll be my before I die and as I get older, I'm going to write a book about all the adventures of us going to cut down a Christmas tree because it's not only like the actual cutting the tree, but you have to drive there and you're in the mountains and this is not like this is not like on a highway. This is you drive off the highway into the backwoods, into the snow. People get stuck. You get it's a mess or it can be a mess. And then some years you go, there's no snow and the tree's dry and fucked up. But that'll be like a coffee table book that I publish later on in life is my family experiences of going to cut down a Christmas tree. I think it'd be a nice addition. They raise their prices normally. It's 80 to 150. Small farmer that sells them, but it's okay. So for 150, how tall is a tree? Because we usually shoot for like a 16 footer. So think about that. Also, we're talking over 500 bucks, but it's down the street, and you don't have to drag this thing and kill yourself and have beers and the worst. We got to talk about this. So for years, we have all stopped by this place called the Donut Mill that has really good donuts and pretty good biscuits and gravy. And the tradition was, grab some donuts. Dad always got a bear claw or an apple fritter, whatever you want to call it, and then a couple donuts and a couple orders of biscuits and gravy. And this year it's like, I mean, I got 4 or 5 beers in me because it's like 9 a.m. We've been up since 6, loading stuff up, trailer, all that. We finally get this donut mill, and I'm hungry. I've had Copenhagen and Budweiser for breakfast. I need a little sustenance, so that we get the biscuits and gravy, and My mother doesn't say anything, but she has hers. I have mine, and others have theirs, and no one says anything. And we get to the place where we're gonna cut the tree, and I'm gonna, change into my because I wore shorts and stuff in the car because I knew that we'd have the heat to crank to 1,000,000. But we get there, and I start, changing into my snow pants and my boots. It's like, all right, I'll eat some of this biscuit's gravy. Dude, it's like eating a mouthful of salt with some milk. It was awful, inedible. It's like these are terrible. Mom's like, yeah, they're really bad. So, you know, so now I'm starving to death, and we are going to start the tree excursion because no one thought to pack food. But in the back of the truck, I've got like a camp stove with some like freeze dried food. But I had to take out my big like 5 gallon jug of water to get the boots and everybody's snow pants and jackets in. So we didn't have any water to make this. So it's like, all right, well, who wants to try the freeze dried meal? Nobody. So we all were hungry, except Dad because he got an apple fritter that wasn't shitty. Okay, let's talk about Christmas cookies. Pika, I need you here for this. Do you do like a weekend of Christmas cookies and you just make hundreds and you give them out? Or do you just make enough for the family, you know, at the house or wherever you go celebrate? Like if you go to someone's house or some shit like that, do you make enough? Do you make like hundreds and give them away in tens and stuff? Or do you just make enough for like Christmas Eve? Because also we've done the Christmas cookie thing. Friends, family, sometimes. Okay, so you make a lot. What is your best cookie recipe? What is your best cookie, your Christmas cookie recipe? You like the smell of sugar cookies. Okay. Now, are they just plain sugar cookies or do they get cookie cut and then decorated? And if they get decorated, what kind of frosting? Are you a royal icing frosting or are you I mean, because I have um my go to, but mine are a little bit more. And hold on, texting Phil because we're waiting on him. It'd be better if we had fucking Phil in here. Okay, he wanted me to let him know, so he should be here soon. I have my go-to, but they're a little more artisanal. So I make like a shortbread cranberry coconut one that is to die for. And I don't like sweets. I don't like cookies. I can make them, but I don't like them. I'm not a big sweets person. So like I said, there's a shortbread cranberry coconut one that everybody fucking loves. That one gets crushed. And then there's the other one that like you make the cookie and then you put some jam on it and then you put like the same size cookie but with a cutout. You know what I'm talking about? Those ones are pretty good too. And then Dad makes something like a Boston Brown or something. I can't think of the name right now, but it's like brown sugar and almonds, not almonds, maybe almonds, maybe pecans. It's got nuts in it, maybe walnuts, but it's like a Boston Brown red. Wait a minute, pecan red velvets. Isn't that a cake? That ain't a cookie. Oh, there's Phil. Finally, better late than never. Phil, we're talking about cookies, Christmas cookies in particular. So you can make red velvet cookies? No way. Cookies are usually like dense and a red velvet cake's supposed to be light with a cream cheese frosting. Red velvet cookies. Well, we're definitely gonna. Hey, and no one told me if Roger Clark was attractive or not. Women. Tika, was that your way of telling me that I'm your fantasy voice actor? Okay. Mrs. Goose, I appreciate you being in here so much. Like, you have no idea. This made my night that you joined the podcast. What I can't get on board with is you saying red velvet cookies. Because actually, no, you can bake. Never mind. I take it back. You can bake. So your cooking is scares me to death. But your baking is not. She makes she sent me something for like an apple granola crumble, or I can't remember. It was so good. It Her recipe, she should post that. It was really good, and I like sweets, but it's like a breakfast thing. But raisin cookies, Phil, fuck off, dude. Now you're just saying weird shit to yeah, baked apple oats. That was good, very, very good. And Phil, fuck you, dude. No one likes raisins in cookies. Right, let's see, red velvet. Oh, with white chocolate chips. Okay, maybe. My white chocolate chip cookies are usually like a dark chocolate cookie with white chocolate macadamia. I guess you could do red velvet cookies, mm, but I don't think you can. Sorry, no, we're not playing that game. Not doing it. And then yeah, no, I always no. Red velvet cake is red velvet cake, light, airy, delicious, with a really rich, like cream cheese butter frosting. Okay. And if you can get like 8 layers of red velvet in there with a real thin layer of the frosting in there and just make it look really pretty on that side, that's where it's at. The rest of the stuff, no, red velvet cookies. I'm gonna have to put the kibosh on that. No, that's going in the trash can with Phil's raisin cookies. Phil, do you seriously like raisin cookies? You put frosting in the middle of a cookie. How do you do that? That's not a like the white chocolate chips I get, but on a red velvet cookie, I'm assuming it's a like a cookie batter, like a drop cookie. Okay, like a chocolate chip one you just done with red velvet and white chocolate. How do you get the frosting in the middle? All right, Phil. I mean, if you like raisin cookies, I mean, clearly that's Satan speaking, but that's fine. Phil, you can't tell me you like oatmeal raisin cookies. No one likes that. I've Speaking of raisins, I have a really good recipe where you you soak raisins, golden raisins, in like a simple syrup with a vanilla bean. So it's like vanilla syrup with Chardonnay, and you soak the raisins in there for a couple days, and then you get like little toasts, like a slice of baguette on the diagonal, toast them up so it's crispy, and then you put a good slice of brie with the Chardonnay raisins on them, like that have been soaking in the Chardonnay vanilla, and you eat those as like a an appetizer. They're really good. I don't know about oatmeal raisin cookies though, Phil. Like, come on, man. Everybody hates those. Just like fruitcake. People hate fucking fruitcake. No one makes it right anymore. Because I'm pretty sure, like, when you make a fruitcake, you then like soak it in brandy or rum once a week for like 2 months, and then it's ready. That would be better. I think people, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's an old people thing, Phil. Wait a minute. All right, Phil, we're talking about Christmas cookies. Did your mother make you oatmeal raisin cookies for Christmas? Or you like those cookies in general? We're talking about Christmas cookies. So Pika likes sugar cookies. I haven't heard what Carolyn likes. No, no. All right. I want your Christmas cookies. And Pika makes a whole bunch of them for everybody, apparently. She gives them to friends and family. I've yet to receive any of them, even though I have a birthday and Christmas coming up. Uh, uh, um, Pika, I expect a tin of cookies delivered to me. Okay, sugar cookies. But again, are we doing like sugar cookies cut out frosted or just sugar cookies? I know Pika hasn't gotten us anything. Yeah, and Miss Goose, I have yet to receive a present from you or Mr. Goose or the fucking ginger Aussie frosted. Okay. And do you use royal icing or do you use like a buttercream? The the frosting like a royal gets hard and but it flows. Yeah, of course I didn't get you guys anything. I'll be there in a couple weeks. That's your present. Me. And based upon what Troy sent in Discord, or fuck, they're gonna know your guys' first names. I can't help it. I may or may not bringing a slushy machine because I was able to. Well, I may or may not have been able to acquire one of those at Kohl's today. I was super bummed about that. Now, you guys are going to have to pay for my extra check bag fee, but I mean, seems like more than enough for the price of a whatever it's called. Did Pika fall asleep? Did you just guess Mrs. Goose and then ditched out? Bummer. All right. Buttercream. All right. How do you make your buttercream? That's a point of contention with everyone I know. Buttercream is hard as shit to make. That's good. People are like, this is a buttercream frosting. It's like, no, it's not. This is butter and sugar, and it tastes like monkey shit. Try again, nerd. I think it needs eggs, but you don't cook buttercream, so a lot of people are hesitant to put eggs in it. But I think whipped whites give it a fluffier texture. Oh, your mom makes it. All right. Well, damn it, Phil, get your mom in here. I'm gonna talk to her. I need a secret to buttercream because my buttercream is like butter, sugar, vanilla, whatever you need, and egg whites because that's what whips it up and makes it light and fluffy and pipeable. They'll waste milk. Is there a backstory to this, or Phil? How do you waste milk and you just dump it outside? All right, I need some backstory to this, and type fast, nerds, because we're running out of shit. Well, no, we have more traditions to talk about, but he was beat yesterday, so he dumped milk outside. What? I don't even know what to do with this information, guys. For you guys listen on Apple Podcasts without the video, we were talking about cookies, and then Pika says Phil wastes milk, and Phil told her to be quiet, and she says he dumps it outside. He was beat yesterday. I was eating cereal and I got full, so I threw the milk outside. Okay, I have so many questions about this. Let's dissect this slowly but carefully. Phil, you're an adult. Why are you still eating cereal? He said it tasted weird, so he's eating. Doesn't matter. Why are you still eating cereal? Breakfast food for adult males are eggs, bacon, hash browns, waffles, all that together. That's a breakfast. Stop eating cereal. You're not 9. Also, why are you dumping the milk outside? Do you not have a sink? Can you not dump it down the sink? Oh, you like cereal at night? How high were you? That's not too much food, Carolyn, okay? That's what normal people eat for breakfast. 6 or 7 slices of bacon, a couple, 3 eggs, some hash browns, and a waffle. Or couple pieces of toast, an English muffin. That's breakfast. Now, I'm concerned of why you're dumping it outside, Phil. Do you not have a sink with a garbage disposal? That's not a whole day of food, okay? That is breakfast. And since I keep hinting at it and no one is, yeah, see, you just eat 6 or 7 hard boiled eggs, Phil. Yeah, that's not, I mean, that could be breakfast, but it's not exactly. So for birthday, actually, here, I have an idea. Oh no, Phil doesn't have fucking Discord anymore. Phil, figure out fucking Discord. You too, Pika. Because then I could get you guys in here and you wouldn't be seen, but you would be heard and you could explain your fucking crazy to the internet. Okay. So, like on Friday, not tomorrow. No, no. I make my own breakfast. I don't, I mean, you can if you want, but I mean, I'm very particular. I'm not very particular, but I am somewhat particular. Like I like my eggs over easy. If they're over medium, no, you did it wrong. It's super easy to cook eggs. How do you fuck that up? Cow was outside. It was better throwing it. So you just dump cereal and milk on the cat. Okay, Phil. Did you dump it in the cat's bowl or just on the ground? Yes, you're right, Carolyn. The yolk has to be runny. I like that. But to my original point, um, for my birthday, I'm going to make myself sunny side up. I like. So, all right, Piga. Now we have another one. How do you make your sunny side up eggs? Because some people just put them like in a pan or on the griddle, and they just do it on low so the bottom cooks and it's still sunny side up. What I do is I put them in a pan and I put like a tablespoon of water and I put a lid on it, and then it's more of like a basted egg, but same thing. And now keep whatever's going. On Friday, I'm going to make myself eggs Benedict because that is hmm, that might be my favorite breakfast. I'm going to have eggs Benedict and Belgian waffles. And I'm going to use the raspberries that I grew this year to make raspberry syrup. So I'm going to have eggs Benedict on this plate. And then on another plate, I'm going to have Belgian waffles with raspberry syrup and butter. Right? Eggs Benedict is the best breakfast. It really is. And it's just because the bagged hollandaise, like the hollandaise you make that out of a bag or whatever, is not good. I mean, it's good, it's passable, but homemade hollandaise is way better. But it's not time consuming. It's just you got to do it right. You don't want curdled eggs, so it just has to be right. All right, here we are. This is why I love Sammy G. Sammy G is just joined the chat for everybody who doesn't know. And his question is, do I like hockey? We're talking about all kinds of breakfast and Christmas, and we're going to continue on this, but I'm just going to answer Sammy G. Yeah, nerd. I watch the Avalanche every single game. That's why I'm not on all the time. Who's your hockey team, Sammy G? Um, okay. So, Pika, we have to define the difference between home fries and hash browns. Are you talking about home fries or chunks of potatoes with some onion and parsley? And hash browns are shredded potatoes? Because if that is your definition, I'm taking home fries every single time. I love potatoes, and I don't want them sliced up like little frou frou. I want chunks of potatoes, and then you take your eggs and you put it on top, and you crack them open, and then you get all that gooey egg on top of those potatoes, and you eat them with some bacon, some sausage. Golden. You don't have to actually do work. Try not to run. Yeah, I know you are, but those aren't our days because we're on a different time. For those of you guys who don't know, Mrs. Goose is in Australia. She's literally a whole fucking day ahead of us. So it's Thursday on her day. It's still Wednesday here. It's still Wednesday for everybody else but her. So she's way ahead. All right. Well, you're not doing we'll talk about this in Discord, Mrs. Goose. I don't know how you're not doing Christmas with your family. Unbelievable. Oh, bets on hockey. Okay. Sammy G, hang out for a little bit and we'll talk hockey betting and I'll give you the easiest fucking hockey bets in the goddamn world. You'll win money every single time. I do. We'll talk bets with Sammy G in a minute. So, Sammy G, can you hold on a little bit? We still got to do Christmas traditions, though, buddy. Okay, I just have some grits. Ooh. Bill, are you all right? See, now we've opened up another can of worms. Bill, when you make grits, do you do instant grits or the whole shebang? 20-minute grits, real grits. And then, secondly, are you a sugar on the grits or salt and pepper? Yeah, but loaded potatoes, loaded potatoes and lobster tails are not Korean street food. That's that's not what you get in Korea. Okay, that's you got to get off the internet. Cheese, salt, and pepper, cheddar, and you didn't answer me. Instant or real grits? Yeah, I've looked it up. Also been there, so no. You're watching some idiot who's just making crap. Both. Ooh, both. No, I like grits. Grits have a place. And I'm salt and pepper with you. The sugar grits, fuck that. Those people are weird. I'm more grits of to be honest, I think polenta is better, but polenta and grits are the exact same thing. One's just white corn, one's yellow corn. And grits for breakfast is to me too close to cream of wheat, and I'm not a big fan of cream of wheat. Just like I'm not a big fan of oatmeal. Like oatmeal for breakfast, that's not in I'm a I'm not a cereal guy, man. And cream of wheat, grits, all that is cereal. Now, grits is a side, yes. As for the rest, no. It's just not in my wheelhouse. I'm more of, like potatoes, eggs, bacon, sausage, pancakes, waffles, all that. And then on Friday, I'm having eggs Benedict, whether anyone likes it or not, and mimosas. Which, I mean, I am very much looking forward to. I just got one day to go. Because tomorrow will be a normal day. And it's actually going to be warm here. Don't Phil, I'm gonna wait till Christmas. It seems like a Christmas thing, and I'm not a savage, so I'll wait till Christmas. Your present, which this is a Phil and I thing, and he'll know exactly what I meant. It's sent. When it'll be there, I'll have to look up because right now I'm in a podcast and I can't do that. But you're good to go. Pika, I'd love to send you a present, but I don't know what to send you. I'm not sending you any fucking nerd shit. You're not getting. I want to send you a boyfriend. I honestly do. Someone who is not some kind of weird nerd. You've gone a little bit too far into no. You need this. And I love you. I love you like not a sister cuz like I would I need you to not be so into that nerd shit. I want you to get married, have a family, and have a wonderful life and just play games in the background. No, that's the thing. I'm not gonna find you a Peter Parker. I'm gonna find you a big hairy guy like me who's like, let's go shoot some stuff. And you'll be like, I'm just gonna play video games because I'm pregnant with our seventh kid. That's what I want for you. I want your happiness that isn't I don't know what Kim ass means. Okay, not hairy like Armenian or fucking Middle Eastern hairy, but like a guy that can grow facial hair and isn't bald and doesn't shave his chest. But I think you need this. You asked, and I'm gonna I'm gonna throw you under the bus a little bit here. But the other day you asked if you should buy a ninja scarf, and that's where no, you should never buy anything that blue haired fuck is selling. Now I get it. He's a big streamer and all that. And he has a decent wife. I think he even has a kid. I know you love him. That's the problem though. You should not love him. That is not a man. That is a beta bitch. If think about it, these drones over New Jersey, and now we're getting back on podcast schedule right on time. The drones over New Jersey, what if this was a foreign invader? What if this was a weaponized strategy? What if this was your government trying to monitor and take you out, or a foreign government? What is Ninja gonna do? Nothing. He's the guy controlling the drones for the foreign government, and you're now just part of the big machine. You need a guy out there with a beard and a ball cap on that's like, hey, man, let's shoot these fucking computers, and just gets his shotgun out and blows them out of the sky. That's what you need. You're too far down the anime route. I mean, Pika D. I actually I don't know what Pika looks like, which I'd love to. And I Pika, text me what you look like, and if I'm allowed to, I will describe it here. But I'm not entirely sure that you're not embraced in cosplay, and I only want to know what you look like for a point of reference. Okay. Again, I'm assuming you're not like horrifyingly ugly, but I'm also assuming that if you just stopped buying anime crap and just put on a little bit of camo, you'd have some big old lumberjack in there like, yeah, buddy, 10-4, good buddy. And you get married, you'd have some kids, a great family, and you could still play Xbox. You could still do anime stuff, but it just wouldn't be so in depth. Because I mean, I feel like you're just like one step away from embracing one of these characters and making it like a whole personality. And then you're gonna get fired from your job because you're gonna like dress up like Spider-Man, and they're gonna be like, you can't do that. And then you're gonna be like, well, it's me, and it's not you. Well, you're not what? Okay, you're not dressing up like Spider-Man. Who's one of the girl Marvel characters? I feel like you're super close to just losing it. And we need to bring you back into reality. Because if you found me somehow on the interwebs, there's a little bit of conservative in you. And there's a little bit of like, big family, guns, Trump, boom. And yeah, you could play games and shit. You could have a great time with that. But you just got to do not buy anything from Ninja. That guy is a little blue haired weirdo for 5-year-olds. No, do not do his Fortnite. The floss, that's not his dance. He didn't make that. See, that's the thing. You guys are separated from fucking reality. Bill's over here eating oatmeal cookies and pouring milk on a cat. Pika's trying to buy a scarf from this nerd. I bought some YouTube stuff once. Whose YouTube stuff? I don't. Okay. All right. Pika, I get that. You like lean, muscular men. Ninja is not lean or muscular. He's lean. So you like fembot men. Danny Ducan. Is that somebody that I should. The fuck is that, Phil? And all I'm saying, Pika, is that I know you like what you like, but maybe lean, muscular men are not going to survive in the deepest parts of Canada where you live. And Pika, I know you don't live in fucking Canada, so do not respond to this. I'm just trying not to tell people where you live. All right, we go back to Christmas cookies, but Phil ruined it with oatmeal, and you bet. Give me a recipe. What is your favorite Christmas cookie? A sugar one? We all know how to make sugar cookies. Actually, do we? Do you guys know how to make like a top tier sugar cookie? A top tier. Like again, if you guys want to talk about cookies, let's talk about cookies. Because again, the cranberry coconut one is top fucking tier. I mean, this is stuff I would give to other people that I don't know. Like tonight, I made risotto with blistered tomatoes and olive oil. I would feed that to people I don't know at a restaurant. Like, here you go. Sweet potato tarts. All right, Phil, you can't just say crazy shit without some context. What is what? What is risotto? Risotto is like arborio rice that you like I don't know if I should give my risotto recipe, but what you do is you get a nice pan. And you need a good pan that distributes heat, so like a stainless steel or a Dutch oven. And you put some onion in there, like a cup of onions. Okay, chopped nicely, even with some olive oil, like a quarter cup of olive oil or some shit. And then cook that for like 5 minutes. Then you need to add water to the olive oil and onions so the onions don't burn. You want them to like kind of steam, but not really. Like you don't want them to brown, you want them to cook. And the oil and the water allows them to cook without browning. So once you've done that, then you add the arborio rice. I mean, boil all the water out of there so you just have cooked onions and a lot of olive oil. Add the rice. Arborio rice is the best thing to do. And cook that for like 5 minutes, but stir it really well so it doesn't burn. But you want it to like get coated in the oil and toast a little bit. Not toast that it changes color, but that it's it's cooked in oil. And then you start making risotto. So you have like a pot of chicken stock and you want like a quart or two, add some water to it because you want to thin it down a little. And then like a cup at a time, you add the chicken stock water mixture to the rice and keep stirring. You can't stop stirring. It takes like an hour. And you whip it and it gets creamy and delicious. A little salt and pepper. And when it gets dry, you add more of the chicken stock. Whip it, creamy, delicious, more and more. You do that for like an hour. And you use all the chicken stock you get in there. And then the rice is done to al dente, you know, it's perfect and it's creamy. It's like a porridge thing. And then you add like 2 cups of Parmesan cheese and a stick of butter and whip that in there. And that's where you get the salt from. And then the tomatoes, depending on what you're doing. Like tonight, we did tomatoes. Take some olive oil, some salt and pepper, and some garlic, and you roast the garlic in there. And then you take some cherry tomatoes and you smash them on a high heat, and you blister them. They get brown, they get delicious. Oh, it it was so good. Oh, there's white wine in there somewhere. Pika's deleting messages. Was that her? I love Phil. Look who up. Danny Duncan. All right. All right, Phil. What are sweet potato tarts? Sounds good. Okay, dude. This was like. All right. So the reason the Dutch Cooks hasn't happened is because I can't edit the videos. I don't know how. And I've asked you guys 100 times to figure it the fuck out, and you haven't. So that's why Dutch Cooks doesn't exist. And the Gypsy and I are no longer together, and she used to edit the videos. So until someone else can figure out Adobe Premiere, there will be no more Dutch Cooks. Any videos I have to edit, it's not going to happen. So there will be no more Dutch Cooks. I have. I've seen the Witcher 4 stuff. You're talking about the Netflix thing? And um I've seen all the people that are super pissed that Ciri's the main character. And I'm on the fence on this. I think Netflix did a horrible job of the Witcher series. No, I can't go live because again, all right, let's do the Dutch Cooks thing and then I'll do the the thing. Sammy G, I've not forgot about you yet about the gambling. So if you're still here, let me know. Okay. I cannot go live because like this risotto literally took an hour and a half. And an hour of it is just me stirring. Okay, that's not, like I made my mom stir for a little bit because I had to run down and make a cocktail. It needs to be edited, but I don't know how to use Adobe Premiere, and I'm not going to. I want someone else to do it, and I will pay them, but you need to fucking do it. That is the gauntlet I'm throwing down. I will buy you Adobe Premiere. Just fucking learn how to use it. We can just talk. We can just talk. Yeah, I don't know what that is. What is the blind, deaf, and mute challenge? Three of us cooking. All right, Pika's just. I don't know what they want to do here. They're all welcome here, and if they want to do some kind of cooking challenge, you can do it in my kitchen, but somebody's going to clean it. Yeah, so that's why Dutch Cooks doesn't exist anymore, honestly. And I mean, to be honest, I'm a little bummed that that's no longer a thing, and I'm bummed the Gypsy isn't around, but that's not, you know, it is what it is. Uh, okay, so one of us will be bling to the other's deaf, and one can't. No, we're not doing that. Pika, I um I appreciate what you're trying to do, but when I cook, I try and make things good, like really good. Like I want to give someone something, and they're like, "God damn, this is the best fucking thing I've ever eaten." This seems more of like, well, three assholes who didn't know what the fuck they were doing just came up with this. Is it edible? So I would be open to um you two being my sous chefs, and then that would probably go a little smoother. And we could check in on you, who's chopping onions and garlic and shallots. Phil's over here making a sauce. I'm doing the main dish. That we could do, but I don't want like three drunken assholes. One can't see, hear, or talk. Just smashing stuff together. See, that's the other thing that Higgins, God bless Higgins. I love him. I miss him, man. I don't know, man. We haven't talked in a while. I'm a little hurt about that, but it's probably my fault. But like he sends me Instagram stuff of, like some fat dude or the guy that like the let's make it happen guy. Fuck that dude. All right. First of all of his stuff is so over seasoned, it's not even fucking funny. It cannot taste good. Take off the black gloves. Holy shit. What kind of communicable disease do you have that you have to wear gloves when you cook? It's fucking weird to me, man. Uh, you can whip it up in the kitchen. Phil, what's your best dish? Waiting, waiting, waiting. And Sammy G jumps in with Phil can't fucking cook. All right, Sammy G. All right, let's. Why Phil is coming up. All right, okay. Let's. Phil, are you talking about mac and cheese in a blue box and an ice cream bar dipped in Nutella? That's not cooking. You can't even cook it out of the box. If you're gonna make mac and cheese, I'm talking like you start from the basics. You make a nice bechamel sauce. You add the cheeses you like. Okay, that's not whip it up in the kitchen. If you want to make mac and cheese, first of all, elbow macaroni is not the best choice. Cavatelli is much better. Um, that's probably the best. Those are the spirals. So what you want to make is a nice bechamel sauce, which is butter, cream, flour. It's a bechamel sauce. It's one of the mother sauces. And then you want to add a bunch of cheese to that. But you want to do like melting cheeses and then one really strong cheese. So you'll do like some cheddar, some Gruyere, a little bit of Swiss, some Fontina, a little Manchego, and you just whip that up real nice and good. And then you want to par cook your macaroni or your pasta. Par cook means don't cook it all the way. And then put it in a pan, dump some cream into your cheese sauce and make it real light and stuff. Dump it on your macaroni and cheese. Top it with breadcrumbs. You can toast and season them however you would like. And then some of the stronger cheese. So if you have like a sharp cheddar, a little bit of Swiss, and mix that in there. Throw in the oven and let the pasta finish cooking in the cheese sauce so it absorbs the flavor of the cheese sauce. The cheese sauce gets thicker. On top, you have crusty cheese and breadcrumbs. Pull it out of the oven, let it cool for a little bit, serve it up. That's how you make macaroni and cheese. I'm reading chat, by the way. Oh my god. Wait, he likes his steak well done? Whoa, 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 whoa. Phil? You like your steak well done? All right, Sammy G. Why Phil's answering that question and justifying the nonsense he just said. If you're here, let me tell you how to bet on hockey. Find any home team that is not on a back to back. Okay, so like if they played last night, not tonight. Find a home team that is plus 100, plus 110, 120. Don't go any higher than that. Don't go any lower. Just find an underdog home team that is plus 100. Bet on them on the money line. Also, Avalanche. If the Avalanche are favorited, and it's not because they're my Avalanche, but this is true. If the Avalanche are favorited, like minus 130, 140, 150, bet the spread. It'll usually be like plus 1.5 or something, or minus 1.5. Take the Avs minus the 1.5. And I'll tell you why. Because they'll be ahead by one goal, and the other team will pull their goalie, and the Avs will score, and that'll be your 2-point win, your 2-goal win. So, again, any home team that isn't on a back to back, that isn't a rivalry game, that's like plus 100, plus 110, plus 120, bet them on the money line. And then any team that is favorited by 140, minus 140 or more, take the spread because it'll be minus 1.5. So if, like, is this making sense to you, Sammy? Wait, when Bill sees blood, he gets sick. Okay. Wait, what the fuck is happening here? Bill's cooked. Rare squad, no, rare squad. Bill gets blood, sick with blood. Okay, guys. First of all, steak needs to be eaten rare. And if you're eating steak that doesn't need to be eaten rare, um, you're wrong. Okay, kinda. All right. Let me Sammy G, I'll do this for you. Let me sign in the betting app and hopefully we'll have some spreads for tomorrow. Okay. So all these games are going. Oh yeah. We gotta hit these in the morning. Um or I can hit ESPN real quick and I could tell you like what games to pick. I mean, I won't tell you which ones, but I'll tell you which ones. All right, man. So goddamn signing in shit. Especially when they move the needle back and forth. All right, dude. Still grow a pair. Good God. All right. Tomorrow night, Thursday. Okay, bud. So St. Louis, Tampa Bay, minus 215, not it. Minus 140. Okay. So Pittsburgh, Nashville. Pittsburgh is at Nashville. Nashville is minus 140. The over and under. I'm They don't have a money on that yet or a spread. But if Nashville is minus 1.5, take that because you can't win a game by 1.5 goals. You're either going to win it by one or two. And Nashville will be ahead by one at the end of the game. Pittsburgh will pull their goalie. Nashville will score an empty netter and win by two. Okay. So that's why if the spread, and ESPN's not showing me the spread right now, I guess I could click on the games and see if it doesn't. Probably give me the spread. Jesus Christ. This is a mess. Yeah, these are all live. Okay. But yeah, that's one to take. Um, check out the Seattle Chicago game. Seattle's nope, never mind. That's a homeowner. Edmonton. That's it. There's not much going on tomorrow night. All right. I know I hate to do this live, but I gotta pee, man. I'll be right back. I'll edit this out in the final whatever. Let's get little Bobby Gambler back on the show. Okay. Friday. These are what you want. Okay. They don't have odds on this game yet, but I want you to take the Avs money line and well, I'm back by the way. But Sammy G. Friday's game. Colorado Avalanche money line. Parlay it with a Mikko Rantanen anytime goal. Okay. Oh no. Well, Thursday. You could do that on Friday. Thursday. Um, I want you to take. Here's a big parlay for the Avs. Avalanche over 6.5. Mikko Rantanen anytime goal. Avs minus 1.5. Okay. I don't even. Let me go with. Uh, Let me put that together. Colorado Avalanche. All right. So Avs minus 1.5. Take the over 6.5. And then where are the goal scorers? Points. Goal. Anytime goal. All right, I guess we'll just do player points. Mikko Rantanen. Oh no, I want the goals, man. Hold on, I'm fucking looking. Okay, Mikko Rantanen anytime. Spread Avs minus 1.5, and then totals you want over 6.5. Okay, and what the fuck? You're at plus 400, man. So you bet 100, you're gonna win 400. So there you go. Miko ran anytime goal scorer, Avalanche minus 1.5, and over 6.5. Lock it in. Let me see what the rest is going with Giga and Phil, the star-crossed lovers. All right, so they're worried about taking blood. Nobody cares about it. My sister's wine glasses, my brothers-in-law Buffalo Bills, all of our thing for bottle caps, and then my brother's hunting stuff. Oh, you're okay. What gifts are rafting? Okay. Bullet shaped. Okay. That's just crazy stuff. All right. Sammy G, pay attention more because I'm going to give you some football stuff now. Because you're going to want to hit some of these games pretty hard. If you can go bet it now, take the UNLV plus 4. Minus 4, sorry. They'll win that game by more than 4. Yeah, put 20 on it, man. If you put 20, you win 80. Well, okay, I gave you it now. Tomorrow it might change because lines move. If you got money now, let me uh let me give you something to do now. If you want to make some money, all right. Uh, put $10 on California, or if you're not comfortable with that, put $20 on Cal plus 3.5. I think they win this game. I think they pull it out and win in the end. But if you're not comfortable with that, put $20 at Cal plus 3.5. If that doesn't hit, I'll give you your money back. But if it does hit, I want my money. I'd take the money line. Yeah, it's moving down. I would take Cal outright on the money line. Put $20 on it. You'll double your money and then some. I am at 175 right now. Yeah, you basically triple your money. Phil, this is not the first time you've seen me without a hat on. You say that every time. I've had podcasts without hats on. Diego, what's a bullet shaped tumbler? Should I buy him a Yeti? He's not gonna put those bets down. Sam's not a gambler yet. Sam, if you I mean Sammy G, buddy. I did last year. Did what? I don't know what that means. Sammy, if you want to talk gambling, let's figure I have an idea. Figure out fucking Discord and then you can be in the Discord and you and I can message each other every time. I'll give you my bets for the day. I bet every day. I put money on a myriad of things every single day. And I'm actually up for the season in most things. Also, I suggest you there's a podcast called Chicken Dinner. Okay, would you bet on Cal? But there's a podcast called Chicken Dinner. Fade Sammy P. And then honestly, it sounds gimmicky, but another podcast called Dan Patrick Takes a Gamble, and you'll have Shane Irving, Bad Larry, and Dylan the graphics guy. Those will be your three guys. Fade Bad Larry's NFL picks. Trail Shane Irving's college picks, and don't do anything Dylan the graphics guy says. Guy's an idiot. You can also fade Shay's NFL picks, but oh yeah, you're doing like props and stuff. That's um yeah. Don't do that, man. Just bet spread money line over and under. Bet the big three. And the key to betting is I know like you'll see like if I bet $10 I win 100. You're not gonna do that. All right. You're never gonna hit that. The key to betting is just win a little at a time over a long time. Okay. And that's why, like, when we're talking about serious betting, like, we talk about how many units we're up. And the units are just, you know, a unit can be $1, it can be $10, it can be 100, it can be $1,000,000. But it's just how much you bet on every bet. So if you bet a $10 on every bet, that's one unit. And your just standardized bets are $10. Okay. And then you count at over the season, like, all right, I bet 1,000 units. I bet $10,000 and I've won 17,000. So, you bet 10 units and you're up 17 units. So you're up 7 units. And that's what the real thing about betting is, because, if you bet $1,000,000 and you lose, great. But if you bet $1,000,000 and you win 50 grand, that's just as stupid. So it's all about, you know, units. And that's what it is like how many increments, and it could even be dollars. So if you want to count your bets in dollars, and say, hey, this week I'm going to bet 20 units and each unit is $1, and then you win 20 units, you're up 20 units. And that's what makes a good better, because the money value doesn't matter. It's how much you're up. Because, if you're a small better and you're up 20 units and you only bet $1, you're up $20. But if you bet 1,000,000, you're up 20 million. So that's what I'm saying. Like, betting, when you talk to people about betting, say, I'm up units. Don't tell them how much money you're up or how much money you bet. That's your private fucking business, and you don't share that with anybody. Unless you're me, like a dumbass who loses a lot of units and money. Andre Lovos water. I don't even know what that means, Pika. Do you want to fill me in or anything? But yeah, Sammy G, figure out fucking Discord and we can chat daily, and I'll send you my picks for the day, and I'll send you, like, I'll send you bet slips that are, units I'm up. I'm up 22 units for the year. In college football, NFL, I'm only up 5 units. Um, so I mean, it's a long game, man. You're never gonna, like, if you do hit a big win, you're like, oh yeah, I just won $1,000. Come on, you're gonna put that back in, and you're gonna end up losing it. So it's a long game. Um, you also can get into horse racing. I'll give you some of the horse picks, because you can run those through Triple Crown, or I'm sorry, Twin Spires, and a couple of the other ones, and you get some of those back east stuff. Horse racing's real fun. So if you want to be a degenerate gambler, I'm your man. I don't think you should be using your girlfriend's credit card, though. We'll just say that outright. Um, and if you're not old enough to gamble, I do not think you should be gambling. I think Phil should gamble on your behalf, and I think all the gambling should be done legally. I have a shirt that says Santa Flamingo. I wanted you to make a what? A Discord? Yeah. I mean, are you old enough for me to text? Like, you got to be over 18. And if you're under 18, I don't think you should be gambling or doing anything of that nature. And I think that Phil should do the gambling and not you, Sammy G. Um, I think children should remain innocent and focus on their studies. Do not label me. And I think Sammy G, you should focus on high school right now and not gambling. Because gambling is a terrible addiction and no one should do it unless you're over the age of 21 and you have money you're able to lose. I thought that sounded like a pretty good disclaimer. Oh, nope. All right. I still can't figure out the microphone. I'll do it shortly. Probably just leave that there. That'll hold it in the spot. Nope. Yeah, that does. All right. Yeah. All right. You guys are. You made. Yeah. You don't make any bets. You're underage and you should never do that. This is monitored live on the internet. So, but yeah. Good job. You finished your schooling, and we can talk about all the schooling you want to do in Discord. Yeah, that's. Oh, you graduated high school today? No shit. Wait a minute, you graduated high school today, dude? That's guys, bravo, buddy. I mean, that's an accomplishment. That's something very important. Bill, I wish you would have told me. I would have gotten your brother something for his graduation. Yeah. I had a degenerate piece of shit tell me one time high school's the easiest thing you'll ever do, and that's the only thing he's ever been right about. But dude, if you graduated high school, good job, buddy. I mean, that's as long as it wasn't one of those like degen high schools where you were like sent to a different building and the annexed. Congratulations. Now, where are you going to college? What do you mean no? No, you didn't graduate high school? Bill, what is happening here, buddy? Don't send me any links. I didn't know he graduated high school. All right, so you did graduate high school. This podcast is going to be so heavily edited, or it's just going to be thrown up there. All right, well, I don't see anything in there, so it's not worth my time. Yeah, did you graduate high school? Sammy G, I mean, you should be able to answer these questions. And I've played video games with you, so I'm not entirely sure how you graduated high school because you sound like you're a riverboat fisherman from Louisiana. And I mean that with the sincerest of hearts. But damn, dude, you sound like you're on an airboat with an alligator. Okay, guys, enough with the cryptic shit. Sam, what do you do that you don't have to go to college? Good God. Some of you need to get your fucking lives together. And started with Sammy G. Stop gambling and get a fucking job. Again, Sammy G, this doesn't make any sense. I can take a course and get my real state license. State license in what? All right, I'm going to talk to you guys straight. Pika, get your fucking life together. Stop being some comic book nerd and find a nice feller and then be a comic book nerd. Bill, you do that psychological shit that you want to do with kids and stuff. Fix them. Because kids need to be fixed. Your brother's trying to get a license in gambling or some shit. And Sammy G, dude, I don't know what kind of scam you're running. Because it feels like that's what you're doing. I can just take a course and get my real estate license. All right, dude. You're not going to get your real estate license because it's real estate. It's not real estate. Those aren't three different words. You want to be a real estate license? You want to be a realtor? Oh, God. Phil, yeah, I know you guys are my messed up kids, and I'm trying to give you some advice. And would you guys just fucking listen to me? Okay. Actually, you know what? All right. I got all that. Pika, do you want to be open and vulnerable for a minute? Pika, what do you want to do? Like, I mean, if everything was perfect and great, what do you want to do? Because we know Phil wants to be like a child therapist or psychologist. I proudly love it. Sam wants to be a real estate. Oh, you want to do voice acting? Huh? Really? Like honestly? Because honestly, if you want to do voice acting, I have some great advice. Having again, you guys remember the Jippo? Like we lived in L.A. Okay, I was surrounded by actors and actresses, writers, producers, all of these people. Okay, Pika, and I mean this from the bottom of my fucking heart. I really do because I like you. You you showed up when I was playing Witcher in LA. You are way too hood rat for voice acting. I love you. You are. You just talk normal for or speak normally for once. Do not use any of the slang or any of that shit. You're not a hood rat. I'm assuming you're a white girl in upper Canada. That's it. You're not Sammy G. Sammy G is a riverboat captain who has a fleet of airboats that he sends out to hunt gators. And I don't know if he's had a chew in since the day he was born, but again, Pika, I love you. And I'm sure you have a wonderful voice. The, oh, what? No, just talk to people. Yeah. No, you're hood rat. You do say some hood rat shit. You don't imitate anything. I've never heard a voice imitation from you. And I would be more than happy to hop in Xbox Party Because I can open that up on the computer and you can give us your imitations. Do you want to do that? Do you have any imitations you would like to provide with us? Because I can put on, you guys can start an Xbox party and that'll come all through on this chat. Yeah, well, Phil, she's not actually going to do it because the rest of you are going to have to talk doing this. Because, like, Sammy G, I absolutely believe is a fucking riverboat captain. And I believe that he will be able to sell real estate in Louisiana and Arkansas. Because he will be down there and be like, hey, man, y'all need to go down there. Blah, 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 blah. And they'll be like, yep. He will crush it because he has a niche and he can do it. Pika, if you want to voice act, do some voice acting. But the oh hell no, Phil, that isn't gonna work. You should try saying nice things like, "Can you sing?" And I don't want you to sing as a voice actress, but if you can sing, speak the sing words. I'm not sure I can be a voice actor, but I can at least go, like my voice, and then you can go down southern, like where Phil lives. Like, hey man, y'all ought to find one of them trailers down there with 5 wheels instead of the 6 wheels, so it doesn't bend to the left, but it bends to the right. And every time you take one of them turns real big and wide, it goes all the way smooth. Or find some Chinese guy who's like, haha, man, you making me rock. Or a Japanese guy who's super angry and is like, ah, what the sun? Mongolian beef pa. Those aren't even great voice acting. Do I really sound like that? Sound like what? No, Phil, man. Phil, you sound like a southern gentleman. Like, you don't gotta worry about a thing there, darling. I'll just take your hand, I'll give you a little bit of brandy. We'll have a sip of this. I'll tie a little bit of a bow tie and everything will be all right. Your brother is the shrimp boat captain. It's like, hey man, you gotta come over here and pick it down. Yeah, he's a uh, little bit more than you are. And then Pika, I feel like we've pissed Pika off, but that's okay. She'll come back. Because I feel like Pika could be a very. Oh, you absolutely fucking do, Sam. Sammy G, buddy, you sound like a riverboat captain with a dip in and a whole bunch of whiskey in your ass. And there is no problem with that. You guys should not be ashamed of that. Okay? But you have a persona, man. You are, I mean, you're right, man. You are fucking Boomhauer with a tits. No, you're actually, I don't know if they come from Phil. But Pika, I feel like man. Pika, you're very abrasive. Just in and man, I don't know. Ooh, we're on 2 hours of fucking. We could have done all this in a fucking Xbox party. But if someone wants to start one of those, we can actually hear Phil, Sammy, and Pika, and you guys can judge them on their accents. And then I won't be the only asshole in this. Do you guys want to do that? Huh. It seems radio is silent. Bill doesn't want to say anything. I don't see anything from Sammy G. And Pika's obviously silent. Yeah, start the Xbox party up. What are you? Come on. Here, I'll do it now. Let's party. Phil, get the rest of them in here. We'll turn on desktop audio and you should be able to hear all these guys when they show up. Oh, so it's just me and the party now. And you guys can leave the comments. No, Pika, you got to. You're not humiliated. Pika, don't, no, that's what I'm saying. If you want to be a voice actress, you can't be humiliated. No, you gotta. Do you understand that I'm a fat, drunk fuck who shows up every week and does a podcast? I show my face. I mean, I show my horrible hair. I show my everything. I'm not embarrassed. You just got to do your voice. And then the best part is, Pika, is if you hop in here and you start popping off, you can tell everybody I was just voice acting. Okay? This is your chance. Oh, Pika, you let us down. Phil? Damn. Can you guys say anything or I don't know, we're trying to work this out. I can't hear them. That might almost be better. All right. Can you guys talk? No? I mean, one of them thinks they're saying something, but we're not sure they are. Phil says he's saying something. All my stuff's good. I don't think any of them are talking. I think they're full of shit. Nerds. Well, it says he is, but I don't believe him. Oh, man. Make this happen. Hold on a second. Oh. Yeah, I know you guys are talking. I don't know why I can't hear you. There's no way that it's this. The fuck am I? Oh. Alright, you guys are in here. I can hear you. Alright, you guys are in here. Yeah, but I don't know why you're not being heard on the desktop audio. Hmm. Yeah, see? Sounds like a fucking riverboat captain. Dude, it sounds like you have the biggest dip in the world in your mouth. And all right, well, you guys can hear me, but hmm. definitely. How about that? Why don't you say something? Nope, that ain't it. Ooh, I know what the problem is. Fuck. All right, well, I'm not equipped to fix this. Maybe try again. Yeah, we've got to add something. We're still streaming, and people are still paying attention to this shit. I think I got it. No, hold on. I got another idea because it's something else, and I'll figure it out. We shouldn't figure out this fucking live on stream, but I'm echoing in your guys' fucking audio. But settings, audio. Right, go ahead. Say anything? Nope, that ain't it. Say anything? That ain't it. No, I do not. Anything? Let's see. Say something. Oh shit. Wait a minute. Say something? No. I just saw you for a minute. Oh man, who gives a shit? You guys just want to. We can talk in chat for a minute, and I can. Whatever. You guys want to play video games? Okay, I'm gonna end stream because this has turned into a mess. Pika, we're not gonna make you talk. Come back and play video games with us. Phil, what game do you want to play, buddy? Marvels? Okay. Sounds great. All right, stream. This went off the fucking rails, but it's gonna get posted in its entirety. If anyone can figure out how to get Xbox Party on the computer, all that shit, let me know. Until next time, bye.